The collaboration between our education department and our horticulture department, I think, really inspires the next generation of people who really care about plants and want to make the world a better place. We would collaborate with our educational staff to develop adult education classes, as well as teaching about native plants. As for older children, they learn basic processes about plant propagation and how plants fit in with the greater ecosystem.
We've gotten high school students here where they can learn about a little bit more sciencey side of invasive species, how to manage them, and then actually get out in the field and start identifying these plants and then start removing them from the garden here.
They serve the community by educating them on endangered plants we have at the garden, unusual, uncommon plants, and how they can inspire homeowners to use them in their home landscapes. Some of the uncommon plants that we put on display are native to the state of Alabama, and they're also endangered or vulnerable in their natural habitat. So we like to showcase these plants to show homeowners, hey, these plants make great landscape plants, and just increasing the visibility so we get the talks started about conservation and then making more of those plants so we safeguard their species for generations to come. We do a lot of sustainable horticulture practices. We do not rake leaves in the fall for overwintering insects. We also do not cut back any of our dead or dying plants until spring. And we also hardly ever spray pesticides. We only spray pesticides when it's absolutely necessary, but most of the time that's very rare that we actually even spray in the landscape. Homeowners can do all three of those practices extremely easy. You don't have to not rake any of your leaves. You can leave certain sections of leaves. Not cutting back your plants adds to winter interest, so increasing the winter appeal of your landscape. So really, you can take these and dial them up or down depending on your yard.
Since plants can't get up and move, they need their habitat where they are. If activities from the outside, such as development or changes in land use, those all result in that habitat being lost or being broken up. The plants have a harder time thriving in what used to be their range.
Our research here at the garden starts on safeguarding those species and collecting that data so we can have better informed decisions and help us connect people to plants, but also improve the region.
It goes beyond just saving a single species. This is about the bigger picture of let's save the world. It's a small piece of a much greater whole.